This is an ABC Action News, tracking the tropics update.
Sponsored by Collis Roofing, the trustworthy roofer of Tampa Bay.
Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Jason Adams with your Saturday morning tropical outlook. Of course, all eyes continue to be on Hurricane Dorian. Winds now at 145 miles per hour, making this a Category 4 hurricane. And the hurricane hunters have been flying through it this morning and not showing any signs of weakening, as they're putting a lot of information into our forecast models. And as a result, we're seeing most of those forecast models continuing to keep this offshore for the most part. However, the cone of uncertainty is still fairly wide here, so it's not completely out of the question that this track could shift westward. But I'll show you the forecast models here in a second, and everything is really now off of the East Coast, but only by a few miles. So even if this track were to verify, or if it was a little bit more offshore, those hurricane force winds could still graze the coast, and that would lead to surge concerns and also beach erosion concerns, flood concerns on the eastern side of the state. But notice now parts of Tampa Bay, especially close to the coast, are now on the very edge of this forecast cone, as opposed to being in it for the last 4 to 5 days. So it's looking a little bit better for us here at home, but our friends on the eastern side of the state are still looking at the potential for this to be pretty devastating. A similar forecast maybe to what we saw with Hurricane Matthew. It never made landfall in Florida, but it grazed the coast and did millions and millions and millions of dollars in damage. So that's something we're going to watch for our friends over on the eastern side of the state. And then this northern track now off of the Atlantic coast could potentially mean more of a concern for South Carolina and North Carolina down the road. Parts of the northwestern Bahamas are under hurricane warnings and watches. There is the chance that we could see Florida's east coast put under a hurricane watch later today, given that the forecast track is still so very close to actually being near the beaches here in Florida. Elsewhere in the tropics, we're watching one little wave in the Gulf of Mexico. Good news, moving westward. Bad news, there could be the chance that it develops, but what develops will move into Mexico, not come back over towards our side of the Gulf of Mexico. And then flying all the way out towards the African coast, there's another wave coming off of Africa now. This one has a moderate chance to develop, but right now this would be one that would potentially turn more north out in the Atlantic and not impact any land areas.
We won't promise you a free roof, and we have no interest in fake storm claims. We won't trick you by marking our prices way up just to mark them down. We don't cut corners with supervision or our installation process. At Collis Roofing, you can count on a free, no-nonsense estimate at fair price for exceptional workmanship with on-site supervision and the highest quality product. We invite you to experience the Collis Roofing difference today. Stop in, give us a call, or visit us at collisroofing.com.